especially Sir Joms Dorado. I am Marysol Kate Mendioro, student from ABM 11 Maslow, and I am here to talk to you about what we have tackled in the first quarter. Piecewise function, rational function, inverse function, exponential function, and the logarithmic function. A piecewise function is a function in which more than one formula is used to define the output. Each formula has its domain, and the domain of the function is the union of all of these smaller domains. We notate this idea like this: f of x equals formula 1 if x is in domain 1, formula 2 if x is in domain 2, formula 3 if x is in domain 3. The cost of hiring a catering service to serve food for a party is 150 pesos per head for 20 persons or less, 130 pesos per head for 21 to 50 persons, and 110 per head for 51 to 100 persons. For 100 or more persons, the cost is at 100 pesos per head. Represent the total cost as a piecewise function of the number of attendees of the party. So, yung cost, yung presyo ay nakadepende sa number of attendees. Ngayon, ito yung formula. 150h or 150 times h. H yung bilang ng attendees. Yan ay kung ang bisita mo ay greater than or equal to 0 but less than or equal to 20. Hindi pwedeng sumobra sa 20. Then, kapag 21 to 50 person, ito yung formula. 130h, so h is the number of attendees, is greater than or equal to 21 but less than or equal to 50. And then, kung ang bisita mo naman ay 51 to 100 persons tayo, ito yung formula. 110 h kapag ka-h is greater than or equal to 51 but less than or equal to 100. Then, kapag sumobra na sa 100, so 100h, if h is greater than 100, so i-define na lang natin yung h bilang natural numbers. Kasi hindi pwedeng maglagay ng decimal. Kunwari, 100.1. Wala namang ganon, di ba? So, hindi pwedeng maglagay ng decimal, kaya whole number lang. So, we define h as element of natural numbers. Ito ay mga whole numbers lamang. Rational equation. An equation involving rational expression. Ito daw ay binubuo ng rational expression. Kapag sinabing rational, it's more likely fraction. May numerator, may denominator. Ang rational equation, ito ay two or more rational equation na pinagsama na may equal sign. For example, 2x minus 3 over 2x equals 1 over 5. So, meron siyang equal sign and meron siyang rational equation. Rational inequality. An inequality involving rational expression. Ito naman ang pinakamadali. Yung meron lang dito na clue na greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or not equal. For example, 5 over x minus 3 is less than or equal to 2 over x. So, meron siyang sign na less than 2. So, rational function. A rational function is a function of the form f of x equals p of x over q of x, where p of x and q of x are polynomial function and q of x is not the zero function. A rational function naman, include dito yung f of x or y. Dapat naka-form siya ng f of x equals rational expression. For example, f of x equals x squared plus 2x plus 3 over x plus 1. So, meron doon na f of x. So, yun yung pinaka-clue doon sa rational function. F of x or y or g of x. Yan. The inverse function returns the original value for which a function gave the output. A function that consists of its inverse fetches the original value. So, sa pagsosolve ng inverse function, meron tayong mga susundin na steps. First step is the let y equals f of x. Number 2, interchange the variable x and y. And number 3, solve for y in terms of x. Number 4, replace y by f inverse of x. So, ang ating given is f of x equals 4 minus 3x. The first step is let y equals f of x. So, magiging y yung f of x. Y equals 4 minus 3x na siya. Second step is interchange the variable x and y. So, papalitan natin yung y ng x and yung x ng y. Magiging x equals 4 minus 3y na siya. So, the third step is solve for y in terms of x. Itatranspose natin yung 4 sa kabilang side. So, magiging x minus 4 equals negative 3y. Kailangan dun sa kabilang side, sa may negative 3y, ang matitira na lang doon is yung y na lang. So, paano mangyayaring ang matitira na lang is yung y? Ang gagawin natin is, i-divide natin siya both sides sa negative 3. So, ika-cancel natin yung negative 3, tsaka yung negative 3 sa baba, para y na lang yung matitira. Then, copy lang natin yung x minus 4, divide negative 3. So, the last step is replace y by f inverse of x. Tapos, isimplify natin yung x minus 4 divide negative 3. X divide negative 3 is negative x. Negative 4 divide negative 3 is positive 4. Then, divide 3. So, ang ating final answer is f inverse of x equals negative x plus 4 over 3. So, paano natin malalaman na tama yung sagot natin? Siyempre, meron tayong checking. Sa checking, kailangan x lang yung matitira. So, ang given natin is 4 minus 3, then substitute the value of x, na yung sagot natin na negative x plus 4 divide 3. So, magkatulad yung negative 3 tsaka yung 3. So, ating ika-cancel na yon. Bali, ang distribute na lang natin is yung negative. So, copy yung 4. Negative times negative x is positive x. Negative times positive 4 is negative 4. So, 4 plus x minus 4. 4 minus 4 is x na lang yung natira. So, tama yung sagot natin. When we say exponential equation, it always involves exponential expression. And from the word equation means equal, it always have equal sign. In exponential equation, we are finding the value of x. For example, 7 raised to 2x minus x squared equals 1/5. So, meron siyang sign na equal sign. This is an example of exponential equation because this is an equation involving exponential expression. Exponential inequality. From the word inequality, meron siyang mga sign na greater than, less than, greater than or equal, less than or equal, or not equal. O, for example, 5 raised to 2x minus 5 raised to x plus 1 greater than 0. So, meron siyang sign doon na greater than. Kaya siya ay exponential inequality. Exponential function. Function of the form f of x equals b raised to x. When we say exponential function, it is a function in the form f of x equals b raised to x. From the word exponential, came from the word exponent. Means, yung mga exponent, yung variable na naka-exponent, na for example, ang ginagawa natin sa mga basic concept of function, we have 2x. So, kapag naging exponential function siya, magiging 2 raised to x na siya. Kapag ang ating variable ay naka-exponent na, ibig sabihin siya ay exponential function. For example, 2x equals 2 raised to x na siya. So, means siya ay exponential function. Yung b dito dapat mas mataas sa 0 pero hindi equal sa 1. Logarithmic equation. An equation involving logarithms. For example, logarithm of 2 to the base of x equals 4. Meron siyang sign na equal. Logarithmic inequality. An inequality involving logarithms. For example, natural logarithm of x is greater than the square of the natural logarithm of x. Meron siyang sign na greater than. Sa inequality natin, logarithmic inequality, meron siya laging greater than, less than, greater than or equal, less than or equal to, or not equal. Yan yung palatandaan ng logarithmic inequality. Meron siyang inequality sign. Logarithmic function. It is a function of the form f of x equals logarithm of x base to b. And yung base natin must be greater than 0 but not equal to 1. For example, g of x equals logarithm of x base to 3. Meron siyang sign doon ng g of x. Means siya ay logarithmic function.